Alright then, what's up? It's your boy 3SwordStyle here, checking in with another video, and today we're gonna be doing an anime review, and we're gonna be doing it on One Punch Man season 2. And yeah, I know it's been like a month ever since I think it ended, and yeah, and I know I've been late to it, but I'm gonna try to do a review now, and I just got done watching it, so yeah, let's get into it. Alright then, first thing first is the plot, and the plot is pretty much a continuation of last season with new added characters such as King and the other S-rank heroes, and the plot is pretty much the rise of the Monster Association and the fall of the Hero Association. That's pretty much like the base plot of the story. And yeah, and then the characters, the first character we got is Saitama, and Saitama is like trying to find a strong opponent. That's what he was trying to do, is just try to find somebody that was strong enough to survive like more than one hit from him. And yeah, then other than that, Saitama was just being Saitama in the story, because you know how that's one good thing about One Punch Man is they the ways they incorporate Saitama into the story, because you know he too overpowered to just be in the actual storylines, because he'll just defeat the villains in an instant. But it's kind of cool what they do is with Garou, you know, he was the antagonist of this season, and they just had Saitama run into him one day off on the streets out of nowhere, and Saitama just one-shotted him. Well, he actually did 2 times, but he just one-shotted him, and it was funny to see that because of you know, the way they just had Saitama and Garou interact with each other. And yeah, and then we got Garou is pretty much the antagonist of season 2, like I just said, and his goal is pretty much to challenge all the S-rank heroes to a fight and beat all of them. And he doesn't really beat any one of them, to be honest with you. Metal Bat, that was pretty much kind of a tie in my opinion. And then other than that, I think Garou is in the midway of the S-rank heroes, because if he get to the higher tier of the S-rank heroes, I think he'll lose to them. And yeah, and then at the end of the story, he actually officially joined, but they wanted to recruit him, and he kind of accepted them because they saved him from getting killed by Bang. And yeah, and then we got King, and pretty much with King, he come to terms that he's actually a fraud, and he's not a real hero, and he just accidentally got all this fame out of nowhere off of Saitama. And yeah, and then he also builds a good relationship with Saitama, which I actually enjoy, because when it comes to the comedy aspect of their relationship, they play off each other so well. And yeah, and then he's pretty much he pretty much the same exact as Saitama, but the difference is that Saitama is actually strong, but King is actually weak. And everybody viewed them different. Everybody viewed Saitama as a weak character and King as a strong character, and that's kind of funny. And yeah, and then we got Sonic. I wasn't gonna talk about him because he didn't get that much screen time, but his character development was good. And I know he was used as a comic relief character in the story, but he actually like I said, had good character development. He was slowly becoming a monster over time, because he went from being this confident, cocky super villain that was fighting everybody and winning against them. But then he ran into this brick wall that was Saitama, and every time he tried to beat Saitama, he got, the wall pushed him back down. Every time he got some new ability and he gained his confidence back, he got pushed down. And that's why I say he's a mini version of Garou, because Garou went through the same thing. Garou kept getting beat down and he wasn't strong enough, so at the end he ended up giving it to the Temptations and becoming a monster. And that's what Sonic did. Sonic ended up he ate one of the monster cells, and now he a monster. Even though at the end when he ate the monster cell, they kind of made it a joke, but it's actually serious, because we got to see him change. We gonna get to see him change the character in next season, and I'm really looking forward to next season, even though it's gonna be in 2025 or something like that. But yeah, And then we got some of the things I like and dislike. And my likes are I like that they didn't focus on the main characters. Main character as much as they did last season. Cause last season they was pretty much trying to build up to the second season pretty much, because the first season was pretty much just by Saitama and Genos. They was like just joining the Hero Association and meeting new people and stuff like that. That I liked the season 2 because they just didn't focus on Saitama and Genos. They went to other characters such as Garou. They actually focused on the antagonist, which was kind of good. Like kind of it isn't rare anime, but it was like kind of cool to see that they focus on the villain instead of actual the protagonist. And then we got to see some of the Hero Association. We got to see some of the Monster Association. We got to pretty much like a good chunk of everything in the story, and that's why I enjoy that they didn't focus on the MC. And yeah, and then that ties in with this is world building. The world building was like in this anime was amazing, because going from season 1 to season 2, the world building is just like out of this world, because like they introduced so many characters in the Hero Association, and then they got all the monsters in the Monster Association, and then they got just random people on the street that's like actually strong. And it was very interesting the way they did this, because like I said, like if you can take your MC out of the universe, and if the story is not interesting, then you didn't do a good job at doing story building. But in this story, if you take Saitama out of One Punch Man season 2, the season is still good because we get to see other characters. And yeah, and then the one other thing I liked is Sonic character development. And I already talked about this, but like his character development was pretty much like it was like a mini version of Garou, and I liked it. And that's all I got to say for that. And yeah, and then I also like the different storylines and plot devices in this in season 2. And like they had like a bunch of different plot lines. Like they had Garou and Bang, they whole situation with Bang trying to find Garou and kill him. And then we got to see another one is the Monster Association, and we got to see them like the rise of the Monster Association, attacking people and just gaining the reputation of like they actually something to be feared. And then we got to see the fall of the Hero Association, and that was pretty cool. And then we got like some story, like some character arcs in between that, like King, we got to see his story. We got to see some other ones and some future ones I'm looking forward to Metal Bat. And yeah, and then the comedy was also great in this in season 2. It was like way better compared to season 1 comedy, because we had so many different characters introduced in the story where they was like also like they was very comedic, and it was just overall funny to me, in my opinion. And yeah, and I also like the intro of the One Punch Man intro. I like the ending when you be like one punch like for a long time, and then I really like that, enjoyed that. And yeah, and then I also liked King as a character, because in my opinion, I think King Garou, they pretty much made the whole season 2 for me. And yeah, and then some of my dislikes, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room, and that's the animation. And yeah, the animation is absolutely horrible compared to season 1. It's like you going from like 2011 Hunter x Hunter to Hunter x Hunter, the older version. And I ain't saying the older version is bad, because the older version, it was actually good for its time. But like if they come out a new Hunter x Hunter and it's the animation from the older Hunter x Hunter, then that's practically what it was for season 2. And that's how bad the downgrade was. It was from like to Hunter x Hunter 2011 to the older version of Hunter x Hunter. That's how bad it was. And I don't know. I'm not really gonna say anything else about it, because like I'm pretty sure everybody know the animations were bad. And unless you just watch season 2 first, but even if you do go back and watch season 1, you can be like, oh my god, the animation difference is large. So I'm not going to talk about that, because I don't really want to. I could pretty much make like a whole nother video about that if I wanted to. but I'm not. But yeah, and one of my biggest dislikes that bothered me throughout the whole anime was Geno's character. And I'm pretty sure like they killed his character for me because first of all, the animations, oh my god, they messed up the metal on his arms. That crap looks so garbage. Like it looks like if you compare it to season 1 to season 2, it looks complete. Like season 2 looks like garbage. Like they got they got a crayon. They got a black and gray crayon, just drew something. That's how it looked, and that really bothered me. But like after the first 3 or 4 episodes, I got used to it, and then like other than that, they just killed his character because he didn't get that much screen time too, and like they kind of destroyed the base for his character because like season 1 built up the base for his character, and it kind of crumbled down with season 2 because like they didn't give him that much screen time, and they kind of focused on other characters. Because like when you see Saitama and King hanging out with each other, you don't really see and Geno's like around, and yeah, and then like I know Geno's got beat up a lot in season 1, but he supposed to grow as a character and got stronger. But in season 2, like it was like they was throwing him around like a rag doll. Like they was just throwing him around. He was getting bodied left and right, and the only thing that he got new was a new upgrade, and it didn't look cool because like it didn't look cool because of the animations. But yeah, and one thing I can say that I liked was I liked the fight between Sonic and Genos. That was actually a good fight because it was kind of boring just seeing Sonic get one-shotted by Saitama. So it was kind of cool seeing somebody like two people that's on the same level fight each other and try to one up each other every time, and that was pretty cool. But in my opinion, they killed Genos as a character for me because like Genos the design of his character is what made him Genos for me, and they killed him for me. So yeah, and then another thing is I thought the villains was gonna be like better than last season, but the villains weren't even better than last season. I can argue that last season villains was way funnier and gave me more enjoyment out of just seeing them fight than season 2, but I think Garo make up for that because Garo was like the antagonist of the whole show, even though like he wasn't the biggest threat in the end, but he still made up like most of the threat, and he kind of like he was the villain and stuff, so I kind of enjoyed that. And yeah, and then other than that, just like I said, like the animations were horrible compared to season 2, but one thing I can give season 2 that got the upper hand over season 1 is the story. The story was just actually better than just season 1 overall because the story had so much working for it. It wasn't just focused on Saitama and Genos going on different adventures and just like, trying to join the Hero Association. It was actually a good story, but the animations were so bad to the point where some people couldn't even enjoy it. And I say like if you got season 1, like if you got season 2, season 1 animations, season 2 would have been 10 times better than season 1. It would have been like a blowout, and people would be enjoying like One Punch Man right now. Everybody wouldn't be like, nobody would be mad. Everybody would be just completely happy. And yeah, and then if I had to rate this anime, I give it a 8 out of 10 for characters because the characters, like I said, the characters were pretty much great. I like the development of some of the characters such as Sonic and Garu, and like I didn't like some of the other characters. They kind of failed the other characters such as Genos. They failed him as a character, but I still give it an 8 because the characters, they introduced new characters and it was pretty cool. And then the plot, I give it a 7 out of 10. It wasn't nothing too fancy, but it was better than second season 2, so that's why I gave it like even a 7, because season 1 I probably gave it a 5 for the story because the story wasn't crazy, but I say this plot to season 2 was above average. And yeah, and then the world building, I gave it a 9 out of 10 because the world building, like I said, it was absolutely amazing. like what they did with the anime, and like they just introduced so many new characters, and the story overall was just so good. And like I said, they introduced so many different characters, which made it such a good story for me, and that's why I got it a 9 out of 10. And yeah, and then I got to give the execution of the plot a 7 out of 10. And it wasn't nothing too special. I kind of expected everything that I got out of it. So yeah. And then for animations, I gave it a 4 out of 10. And I don't know, like ain't nobody gonna disagree with me, because like it was like the animations were below average. I wouldn't even say below average. I'd say average for like a regular anime that's just coming out that don't got no type of attention or no fan base. And it's like bought by a small studio. I say that's average. Like One Punch Man season 2 is like average animation, but that wasn't the case. It was actually picked up by a bigger studio, so it should have been way better. And that's why I gave it a 4 out of 10 because it was just horrible. And yeah, and if you like add all it up and divide it, it'll be a 7 out of 10 for me, the whole entire series. It was a fine anime. Well, it was I'd say it's a good. It wasn't very good. It wasn't great. It wasn't a masterpiece at all either. But like for what it was good. And if you go into this anime saying that I'm gonna compare it to season 1, then you're gonna be totally disappointed. So I just recommend you going to this with zero expectations. Like you can have some expectations of like the characters, but don't go in expecting no cool like good animated fights or nothing like that. So yeah. And should you watch this? I'll say yes, because like if you watch season 1, I highly, like, even though it's bad, I highly recommend this, because season 2 the story is so much better than season 1 that it's actually worth watching, and like actually sitting there and actually sitting there through the animations. Even though the animation is bad, the story is actually so good to the point where I actually sit there and rewatch season 2 if I wanted to. And yeah, and this pretty much it for this video. It's your boy 3 Sword Style. Hit the notification bell, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and yeah, and like I said, it's your boy 3 Sword Style, and I'm out.
To the tune, till I'm dead. Don't want room, I might go, but I don't want French. To the tune, till I'm dead. Don't want room, I might go, but I don't want French. You was acting like you don't remember me, keep the same energy.